So you've just finished your 11-day protocol and you're needing some ideas on what you can eat moving forward. As we've been teaching you, this is something that you need to figure out on your own, but I can absolutely offer you some examples, some ideas, and then you are the one that gets to try it out one new food at a time and see how it makes you feel. So the things that I'm going to share with you are things that I've tested on myself, and so far so good. These are the things that I'm eating. So these are just some ideas you can try out, and if you feel great on them, go ahead and add this into your new maintenance ER shred protocol moving forward. So I'm excited to show you kind of what my diet looks like right now. I'm still testing out new foods, still incorporating new foods a little bit at a time, but this is what I've got so far for you. Make sure you get a pickle, an egg, and an avocado all in the same bite. Also, of course, it's important to pay close attention to the ingredients. If you're going to buy pickles from the store, pay close attention to the ingredients. And I like this brand. We've been using Bubby's for years because they use really simple, all natural ingredients. So this one is only cucumbers, water, salt, garlic, dill, some spices, and mustard seed. So keep it simple when it comes to the spices. Just to start out, you can start trying out new spices over time, but like I said, try things out one at a time, and then you can start combining them with other foods. Now I know this one has a lot of different ingredients that we first need to make sure that our body tolerates them well. So I would recommend trying a pickle by itself first and then see how you feel before you start creating things like this. I'm sure many of you already know that you tolerate eggs because a lot of you are eating them through the 11 days. And then so try the pickle separately, and then avocado separately, and then even the seasoning separately. So I put some paprika and pepper. So you have to just really take it slow and pay close attention to how your body feels, how your skin feels, how your energy feels, and then you can start adding them together and getting really creative with your meals. So just to give you an idea of what a typical day looks like for me, usually I start my day with something like the egg and pickle thing or a meat meal. I will kind of go off how I feel. Maybe I'll start my day off with an incubated shake, or I'll start my day off with a full all meat meal. So I like to do at least one all meat meal, and then one incubated shake, and then one meal where I incorporate something new, or I make a little creation, I combine foods. So that's kind of how I've been going about my maintenance protocol. I just got back from a run and I'm ready to make some beef stroganoff. Let me show you how I do that without the noodles. I got some pot roast that I made the other night. I put a few carrots in it, trying some carrots to see how I feel on those. But I'm gonna use this pot roast that I cooked in the slow cooker in the beef stroganoff. Instead of sour cream, I just like to use raw milk or raw cream. If you can find some local raw milk or cream, that's the best option. And then a little bit of nutmeg, some onion, you can use fresh onion if you'd like, and some mushrooms. Also, the recipe calls for some fresh tarragon, and I don't have any, but if you guys happen to have any, go ahead and throw that in as well. But this is kind of how I make it. Very simple. Saute the mushrooms, sprinkle in these ingredients, and like I said, I don't measure, so I just kind of play around with it, taste it, see how you like it. Of course, add salt. I always add salt to everything. Looks pretty good to me. Not too much dairy. It's still very simple ingredients. No gluten, no soy, no corn. It's very basic, high in fat and vitamins. Here you got frozen bananas right here. Some raw milk. We get this from a local farm here in southern Utah. So I just feel it, I don't know, you can just decide how much you're gonna make. I don't measure, I'm sorry, I know a lot of you appreciate measurements, but I just eyeball everything. And then I put in 1 scoop of this Isopro, but I would recommend using your incubated shake. It's just hard to get the consistency right for this. That's why I go with this one, because you know, if you're gonna incubate the Isoline Pro, you have to incubate it, which means you have to add a certain amount of liquids in order for it to incubate, but you don't want too much liquid in this banana ice cream. So that's why I'm just using the plain old Isopro, and I like chocolate, but you can use any flavor you want. Love it. Best treat ever. If you don't do well with dairy, don't even worry about it. You can totally make this with water. I know that some people can still have sensitivities to having too much dairy. So this totally tastes amazing using water. As I've been experimenting with my own diet, I started out with just water and it was amazing. And then I started to try out milk to see how my skin responds. And I can tolerate milk in small amounts. This is about all the milk that I can have in my daily diet. So I don't usually consume much cheese or yogurt, but if I'm gonna have dairy, I just try to keep it in very limited amounts. Okay, I've cooked up some ground beef. This was just leftover from the other night. Just cooked up a whole bunch of ground beef, so I've just put a little bit in the pan. Going to put zucchini, zoodles in there. Saute it just a little bit. A little bit of butter. Is that a little bit? And top it off with some of these crushed Parmesan wisp. Perfection right there. Holy guacamole. It's like chips and salsa.